on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. If you said beef,
then it's what the hell's for dinner.
Today, I'm going to be showing you guys how to prepare and how to cook the perfect steak. Let's not waste any time, let's get right into it. There are 3 specific rules that you want to follow when cooking steak. The first one being, you do not want to cook a cold steak. It does not necessarily need to come up to room temperature, but you want to leave it out to get some oxygen and some color back into it. Rule number 2, you need a good quality steak. And when I mean good quality, it does not mean the most expensive one. This tri-tip steak right here was about $6 a pound, but if you have a miserable steak, more than likely it's going to taste miserable. So my rule of thumb is you want to get steak that has pretty good marbling on it, a good fat ratio for some flavor. Again, does not need to be expensive. Rule number 3, we will get to after this is cooking. So when it comes to seasoning your steak, you can put a marinade overnight or for a few hours. Just keep in mind that when you add sodium or salt to steak, it will draw out some of the moisture. It will taste phenomenal, but it will be a little bit on the drier side. So if you're a real one, all you need to do is just hit it with some salt and pepper right before you start grilling. I have my pan over here that's getting hot, and we're gonna go ahead and start cooking these bad boys. All right guys, so what we have here is just salt and pepper, extra virgin olive oil spray, some butter, and I love this stuff. This is already minced garlic. It is so convenient. So all I'm gonna do is just hit one side with salt, and then just hit it with some pepper. I like it peppery. This pan has been getting hot. You want to make sure you have a hot pan. Hit it with some cooking spray. And we're just gonna sear this. So as these are searing, I'm going to hit the other side. We're probably going to sear these, because of the thickness, maybe about 3 to 5 minutes or so. Depending on how you like your steak, we will get to that in just a moment. So let me go ahead and let this sear, and I will show you the trick with the butter and the garlic next. Alright guys, so I have been letting these pan sear for about 5 minutes or so. So they should have a great sear on them. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to start melting some butter with about a tablespoon of minced garlic. We just want to grab some of that juice and ladle it on top. Get all of that nice flavor while it's searing on the other end. Oh, the smell in here is just ridiculous. Now this is completely optional. You can just pan sear these with the salt and pepper, but if you want a little bit of extra flavor, and if you want even more flavor, even with the garlic, you can throw in some thyme or some rosemary and do the same thing. It will give it absolute great flavor. Alright guys, so these have been searing on the opposite side for about 5 minutes. You could just take these off the pan like this and let them rest. But since these are a little bit thicker, we're going to put them on a pan and let them finish off cooking in the oven at 350, because I kind of like my steak medium rare. So I'm going to pop these into the oven and let them finish off cooking for probably about 10 to 15 minutes. In the meantime, since we have still all of this flavor, I have onions that I'm gonna put onto here. And we're gonna throw in some asparagus, just straight in there. You want all of that nice flavor. So I'm gonna let these saute for probably about 5 to 10 minutes. And then we will get to the number 3 most important thing when it comes to steak. Oh my goodness, guys. Elon Musk must come up with smell-o-vision because this absolutely smells and looks amazing. These bad boys have been cooking for about 15 minutes in the oven. As I mentioned before, depending on how you like your steak, you could have just taken it off the pan and let it rest. If you like your steak well done, just leave it in there for about 15-20 minutes longer and you should be good to go. On the other hand, these vegetables over here only took about 10 minutes to saute and they smell wonderful. My number 3 rule, which is actually my number 1 rule, is you must let your steak rest for at least 10 minutes because do you see all of that juice in there? If you were to cut into it right now, it would just all come oozing out. So I'm gonna go ahead and let these rest and then we'll move along. Oh my goodness, guys, look how delicious all of this is. And all of this took under 1 hour to make. So we are on to the best part, the taste test. Let's give the steak a go. A little bit more well done than I typically like it, but I know Elizabeth likes it well done. So on to the asparagus. And guys, all of that flavor from the steak goes right into the asparagus and the onions. That garlic, that butter. This is a knockout dish that will impress anybody. So, let's run it down. The 3 most important rules. First one, never cook a cold steak. The second one, buy a good quality steak. Not expensive, good quality. And the third most important rule is you have to let your steak rest. That's gonna go ahead and wrap up this video for today. I sincerely hope that you guys enjoyed it. I will leave in the description down below, as always, the recipe for this video. Give a comment down below how you liked it if you're gonna make it. If you are new, hit that subscribe button for awesome weekly videos. Give this video a like, and as always, guys, stay safe, take care, and God bless.